We have the next point that we made with our slope, and we can make our line. Actually, I'm going to do this in red so you guys can see it a little better. I shouldn't be using black on black. So does everybody have a line that looks kind of like this?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have something that looks completely different? No? Okay. Okay. So now we're going to flip over our guided notes and we're going to work on the back side. I'm going to get the next slide up here for you guys. Those mathematicians thought they were going to be able to keep this a secret from everybody, but it's a good thing that I was able to research it and find it. Where do you guys think I found it?
The internet?
The internet. The internet's a good place for research. We got to make sure we know our sources are credible sources. Okay, so on the back side, we're going to review what we just worked on, and then in a minute we're going to work on some of our guided practice problems, and we're going to do them on the board. So in the first box, we're going to write in the rest of the slope-intercept formula. So right now we have y is equal to m. We don't know what that one is, and we don't know what that one is. Joey, do you remember what this one is? What goes next to the m?
X.
Right. Y is equal to mx plus Katie?
B.
B. Okay, so the whole formula would be, we're going to write that on our next line. We can use these later when we're working on our problems. Y is equal to mx plus b. If we want, we can write slope-intercept in here again, just to remind ourselves if we're not sure what we're working on. Okay. And Katie, do you remember what does the m stand for in the y equals mx plus b?
Move. Move.
Move. Which also is a fancy way for slope. We'll put that in brackets. Okay. Joey, do you remember what does the b stand for in the y equals mx plus b?
Prize.
I think that was part of the moving. So right now we're working on the b. Begin. Good job. And another way to say that is that that's the y-intercept. Katie, do you remember what the y-intercept means? On my graph, if I have a graph and I need a beginning point, where is my y-intercept going to be?
At the very center.
That's going to be 0, 0 is where you begin on all graphs, but where I'm going to begin with my line. That's my B point, which is also my y-intercept. Is that going to cross the y-axis, or do you think it'll cross the x-axis?
The y-axis.
Yeah, it's going to begin on the y-axis. It's the y-intercept. Intercept means it's crossing something. Almost like intersect, like an intersection, but this is intercept. So it'll always, my y-intercept is always going to be on the y-axis. So you remember that with the y right there. So that's an example. Okay, so we have a little mini quiz for one question. When you're graphing a linear equation, what should you begin with? Go ahead and take a second, and then we're going to circle the one that we think is the right answer. I'm going to do thumbs up, thumbs down to see who thinks it should be the B and who thinks it should be the M. When you guys are all done, just look up here at me. Does everybody have their answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who thinks it should be the M? We're going to do thumbs up, thumbs down right in front of our chest. So when we're graphing a linear equation, what should we begin with, the M or the B? Thumbs up, thumbs down on the M. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs down on the B. Good job. It looks like everybody's getting this, so we're going to circle the B for begin. If only I'd cracked this when I was in school. Would have made things a lot easier for me. I had to walk around remembering y equals mx plus b, m is slope, b is the y-intercept. We didn't have the move and the begin. now we're going to work on our guided practice problems. I'm going to walk around and help everyone. I'm going to put these up on the overhead. And when we're done, I'm going to have 2 volunteers come up here and help me by showing what answers they came up with. So I'll hand those out to you guys. There's 4 problems on here. We have those and those. And I'm going to work mine out right here while you guys are doing those. And if anybody has any questions, raise your hand and I'll come around and help you. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good. Katie, do you think you're done with problem number 1? Maybe you can come up and help us?
Sure.
Okay. And I'll need 1 more volunteer when Katie's done. Go ahead and bring your paper up and then we can work on it together if you're stuck on something. So first we're going to put what the M is, the slope, which is also the move. And then we're going to put the B, which is begin. Okay. All right, so now point to the graph where we're going to begin, Katie. Now we always begin at 0, 0, but where would we begin on when we have B is 2? Where is that going to be on the y-axis?
2.
Okay, go ahead and put your point there. Okay, and do you know how to do a slope that's just it's not a fraction, or it doesn't look like a fraction at first?
No.
Okay. -5, is that the same as -5 over 1? You want to write -5 over 1 and then we can see what that looks like? That might help us with our rise over our run. Okay, so in the morning, do you rise first or do you run first?
You rise.
Okay, so let's go ahead and rise -5 spaces. So do you think you're going to go up or down on that?
Down.
Yeah, good job. And we're going to start at our begin point.
Do I go down from there?
Yeah, you go down, that's your begin point, is your B. And maybe that would help if we write B next to it when we're graphing to remind ourselves. Yeah, but we're not going to make that a point yet because we still have to run 1 space. But that's okay. We know what we did. Just go ahead and make it in the right spot and then we'll make our line. Okay. And here, I'll help you do the line. How many points does it take to make a line?
2.
All right. So now, does everybody understand when we have a whole number, we're going to do -5 over 1. We would put the whole number over 1 so we have a rise over run?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The rest of the problems we're going to work on in class, and if we don't get them done, then we'll take them home as homework. Thanks.